Hello, everybody. Guess what day it is? Oh, you don't have to guess. You know it's Tuesday. And Tuesday is the day that Julie and I are here coming to you live from the beautiful, well, I won't say downtown, but the beautiful North Walpole Branch, Walpole Town Library. And it's beautiful here, even on a cloudy day.
Even on a cloudy, rainy day, isn't it? It's nice and bright in
here.
It's
nice and bright and so welcoming. So I will urge you guys and gals, if you're in the neighborhood, you should stop in.
Yes.
Because I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at how warm and inviting and airy and just lovely.
And it's right next to the fire station, easy to find, usually parking out front, no problem. We have an open flag, so if the flag is out, we're open.
Exactly.
Yep. And we have a lovely book discussion group on Mondays from 2 to 3 where you can just come and chat and talk about books you like and share what you're reading. And just a nice, cozy place.
Yes, 'tis. And I'm always happy to be here on Tuesdays with Julie. But anyway, I've got some nice books to review. And so let's get right to it.
Let's get to it.
So my first one is, I even had a note on it.
Ooh.
It's Take My Hand. Take My Hand. And it's by Dolen, Perkins-Valdez. And it's, some of the reviews said that she is a brilliant writer in a class all by herself. She makes the past feel immediate and relevant because it is.
Yeah.
And so I have not read this yet, but I want to.
Yes, it's gotten fabulous reviews. Just fabulous. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And book reviews say it's a searing and compassionate new novel about a young black nurse's shocking discovery and burning quest for justice in post-segregation Alabama. And this is from the New York Times best-selling author of Wench.
And it is based on things that really happened. Yeah. So when you read it and you're shocked, it is based on things that really happened. Yeah.
So you've read this?
I haven't read it, but I've read every review and every synopsis of it because I'm gonna read it very soon.
Oh, well, okay, we're gonna be one behind me because I'm gonna take this and I want to read it over the weekend. So this takes place in Montgomery, Alabama, 1973, and fresh out of nursing school, Sybil Townsend. What a name.
Yes.
Sybil Townsend intends to make a difference, especially in her African American community. So she hopes to help women in the family planning clinic to make their own choices and shape their destinies. And therein lies the tale. Well, because she's... you have to read this because I think it's amazingly suspenseful, but just well written and just great. So yes, Julie recommends this. I recommend it. Please come and get it, but not till next week because I'm going to have it.
You can always get on hold for it.
That's right. Yes, and it's brand new. It's number 4. That's in April. Ooh,
yep.
Okay. And then we have Donna Lee, and this is she has never become perfunctory and never failed to give us vivid portraits of people and of Venice. Never lost her fine disillusioned indignation.
I like that. Disillusioned indignation.
Okay, so the sophisticated but still moral Brunetti, with his love of food and his loving family, proves a worthy custodian of timeless values and verities. Now, there's a word I haven't heard, and a long time.
I know. And it's truth, right? It's from the Latin for truth. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
I know. So that's kind of an old-fashioned word.
It is an old-fashioned word. Well, I've been reading Moby Dick, and let me tell you, I have come across some lovely old-fashioned words. Yes.
Yes. And so Donna Lee, this is the name of the book is Give Unto Others, and it's a Commissario Guido Brunetti mystery. So, and this is, you know, she's given us many books about Commissario.
Do we have to read them in order?
No.
No, okay.
No. The recurring character is Bruno. But, I'm sorry, Guido Brunetti. So, but each one stands alone on its own.
Okay.
And it's always well written. And so I can recommend this.
Oh, good. So, she's very popular.
She's very popular. Yes. Give unto others. Nice. And intriguing.
It is intriguing.
Give unto others. Yes. Oh, and here's Jude Devereaux. Now, Jude Devereaux is another, just a very good writer, good author. She always never ceases to confuse, amaze. And if you follow along with her books, it's always at the end you say, oh, I wouldn't have never thought of that.
Ooh.
So this is a praise that they said readers who are new to the series will quickly catch up.
Ooh.
Juicy neighborhood gossip and a good dose of humor build up to a dramatic ending that's equal parts wicked and fun.
Ooh.
That's some Kirkus reviews.
So that answers my question about whether you need to read this in order. You definitely do not. Yes.
No. So I'm Jude Devereaux. She's written many books, and I think if you read her previous books, you will also love this one.
Oh, good.
So, and if you haven't, let's start.
You can start. Who doesn't like a series where you start and they've already written a lot of books?
I know.
Yes.
It's always so much fun to discover a reader that you haven't read before. And that if they're prolific, you say, oh my God.
Yay!
I've got months of good stuff to read. Oh, and here's another one of writers that I've always admired, Dean Koontz. And he's got another one, The Other Emily.
Ooh.
So Dean Koontz, you see, there's a golden retriever. And he always includes a really nice he always includes a nice dog. Most of them are very smart. Most of them are very much smarter than I. Because all his dogs have brains. And there's a reason for that, which you have to read the book to find out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So look at now. See,
I know you are a sucker for dogs, Carolyn.
I am a sucker for dogs. Yeah. Especially Goldens, because
they
so
are
sweet.
beautiful.
They are so
beautiful.
sweet. And so this is another one of his books, and it's the New York Times best-selling Master of Suspense. Dean Koontz takes readers on a twisting journey of lost to love, impossible second chances, terrifying promises. Wow. So, okay.
Let's just decline that. There we go.
Well, see, you never know what's going to happen because we're coming
live.
So, if she never died, where has she been? If she lives again, what is she?
Ooh.
Wow, something to pique your imagination.
Yes, most definitely.
And Dean Koontz he's also a very good writer. And I always say this about writers, but they're good.
They're good. Yeah.
So that's why I read them.
And that's why we recommend them, because they are good writers. We don't recommend those bad writers.
Oh, that's right.
Why would we waste our time?
Good point, Julie. Good point, Julie. If it weren't for you, Julie, I'd be like all at sea.
I don't think that's true, but
And so for my oldie but goodie this week, this book by Kristin I think is probably, I know I always say the same thing, one of my favorites, but this definitely is a book that is informative. It's about the Depression. It's about how, women were not treated very well, and or as not given a lot of not being considered a viable, smart, intelligent person, not just a woman, but always like second class.
Right.
And this book follows this young woman from the early 1900s to where she's a sheltered daughter who they don't think too much of, because apparently she had scarlet fever when she was a child, and they always think she's an invalid and blah, blah, blah. And so as she goes to some fair, she meets this charming, young Italian, handsome young man, and she gets in trouble. But anyway, they get married, and she goes to live on the farm with his parents. And he's not really that into her. But anyway, she has the baby, and then she has another one. But he's footloose and fancy free, and he just wants to leave, so he does. And the journey is this young woman who has absolutely no confidence in herself, what she can do, what she can accomplish, until she gets to be absolutely on her own, to care for her children, which every mother comes into that, don't they?
Right, they do. She has to do that. During the Depression, out in the Dust Bowl, where when I read this book, I guess I didn't know that much about it. I thought I did, but I definitely didn't after reading this book. But the fact that anyone survived that is amazing to me.
That she made that trek across the country in a broken down truck.
Yes.
And had to
fend with no money, no food, nothing.
And had to fend for herself and the two kids.
Yep. And
how she grew into a very strong woman. And as you're reading this book, she's such a good character. You're rooting for her all the time.
You are. And then when things happen, as they do in books, then you're, in tears because...
Right. But then I can't recommend this highly enough, because
she just gets better and better. Kristin Hannah.
Yes.
Her books just get better and better and better.
Right, because there's Firefly, so you have to read that. That's a really good book. But anyway, I highly recommend this because it made me laugh. It made me cry. I just got so involved with these characters that, they live on in your memory.
They do.
So,
they do. Yeah.
So if you haven't read this one,
definitely give it a try.
Give it a try, yeah. So that's it for this week.
Ooh, lovely.
Oh boy, doesn't time fly?
Time does fly, yes.
Yes.
So are we going to have a sneak peek on Saturday?
We are going to have a sneak peek on Saturday.
Yay.
So, I've got a good book, and maybe even one of these, and I'm going to read the first page.
Ooh.
So you come tune in Saturday, sneak peek Saturday, and I'll be reading the first page of a new book, and you might get your appetite whet to come in and get it.
Most definitely.
So that's another week. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Carolyn. Bye.
Bye. See you next week.